So I have big ideas. I hope you all didn't read the article, so good. Okay, good. It means I'm safe. But I always had this goal when I was a kid to graduate, to get out of my mama's house and get some money and to lay on the beach, because I had a vision of a community too. It had sand, it had palm trees, it had 85-degree weather, it had some rum and coke, nicely chilled, it had some surf. I mean, it was beautiful, and lobster and all that good stuff, but that comes later. But the vision of community really for me now is simple. I want to be able to get up, go out, engage, and contribute. That's it. It has no age, no color, no gender, no orientation, no dis or ability attached to it. And if we can keep those fundamental principles intact when we look at our child and not look at a decimal point behind the dollar sign and say, well, 1.3 kids. Well, 1.3 kids, there's no 0.3 of a kid. There's no 0.3. There is, you just can't have it. And if you do, please let us see. But you also have to understand that the reality is we are in a wondrous time. We are in the time where we can set the course for our children and our nation for the next 100 years. Those seminal points only come on once every so often. It has happened during the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, the suffrage movement, the civil rights movement, the ERA movement, the women's movement, and the disability rights movement. So with that said, let us remember, when we look at our kids, when we look at our teachers, when we look at ourselves, our friends, our families, there's no one exempt from this disability community. And as a matter of fact, we the cool community, because we accept everybody. You know, we don't charge you admittance fees. We don't make you take out the kid that nobody wants to take out. You know, my mother did that. She was like, the little girl likes you. I was like, I don't want to go. She was like, no, but her mother loves you. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to go. And I ended up going, and it was the worst day of my life. That's fine. I've gotten over it. I've had counseling. I'm on step 22. I've recovered. But the reality is we cannot let budget crisis or lack of desire or lack of motivation cripple what is the most essential part of moving a country forward, which is educating its next generation. If you do, regardless of where they are, regardless of whether it's rural or urban, high socioeconomic, low socioeconomic, ability or disability, the problem is they grow up. And we grow old. And if we do not teach the stewards of our future to take care of their future, then we are all doomed. So let us remember that when we teach and we educate and we make policies, we make decisions, that we do it with a conscience. And that we remember that we are leaving fingerprints on forever. Thank you.